The night was a heavy blanket over the Persian Gulf, thick and oppressive, hiding the waves and the hum of distant vessels. The USS Abraham Lincoln cut silently through the water, its massive hull barely disturbing the surface. On the bridge, Admiral Katherine Kate Harrington stood, her hands clasped behind her back, eyes scanning the horizon as if she could see through the darkness itself. Sailors moved around her, efficient and silent, each step a testament to years of discipline, but none more so than Kate herself. She had earned her nickname, the Lady Admiral, not from titles or accolades, but from moments like this, when a single decision could mean life or death for hundreds, or spark a conflict that could engulf nations. Intel had just come in. Israeli operatives were deep inside Iran, preparing a strike on critical missile sites. Their mission was precise, surgical, but one misstep, one early detection, and the fragile balance of power in the Gulf would collapse. And now, the responsibility of orchestrating a response, without igniting a war, fell squarely on her shoulders. "Captain Reynolds," Kate said, her voice cutting through the low hum of machinery, "give me the latest satellite feed. I want eyes on every possible launch site within 50 miles. The captain tapped his console. "Aye, Admiral. Satellite imagery live. Multiple anomalies detected near Bandar Abbas." Kate's mind raced. This wasn't just another naval patrol. This was a high-stakes chess match with global consequences. Every move would be scrutinized by allies and adversaries alike. Every second counted. Intel drop. 2 days prior, the U.S. Navy's Cyber Intelligence Unit had intercepted encrypted communications indicating a high-level Israeli operation in southern Iran. The chatter hinted at sabotage of Iran's missile program. A bold move that, if successful, could set off a chain reaction across the region. Kate convened an emergency briefing in the Lincoln's war room. Holographic maps flickered with satellite images, drone feeds, and intercepted signals. Officers and intelligence analysts crowded around, their faces pale in the glow of screens. "Here's what we know," Kate began, pacing slowly. "Israeli assets have infiltrated Iran's southern naval bases. Their mission: neutralize key missile launch points. But if Iran catches wind, or worse, detects us, we could see an all-out retaliation. Our job is to cover their exit and prevent escalation." Lieutenant Daniels, the ship's intelligence officer, pointed to several marked points on the map. "Ma'am, preliminary analysis shows 2 possible extraction points, both heavily monitored by Iranian naval units." Kate nodded. "Then we'll have to be ghosts. Silent, invisible, precise. One misstep, and the entire operation fails." She paused, glancing at the room. "Remember, every second, every decision, every order matters. We're not just playing with ships and missiles. We're dealing with human lives, and a balance of power that stretches far beyond this gulf." Preparing the fleet. The USS Abraham Lincoln was the centerpiece of the U.S. Navy, a floating fortress with the ability to project power across oceans. But even the most advanced carrier was only as effective as the coordination behind it. Kate ordered all nearby destroyers and submarines into high alert mode. Every sonar ping, radar blip, and drone feed had to be monitored. "This isn't about brute force," she told her officers. "It's about finesse. We're here to observe, intercept, and protect, not provoke." The crew worked in tight synchrony, checking weapon systems, confirming communication channels, and running simulations of every possible Iranian response. Kate moved from station to station, her presence a steadying force amid the tension. Ensign Parker, a young operations officer, looked up nervously. "Ma'am, do you really think they'll notice us?" Kate gave a brief smile. "They might, but if they do, they won't know what hit them, or that we were ever there." Chapter 3. Covert Naval Maneuvers. As night fell, the fleet slipped into position. Kate coordinated every movement with the precision of a seasoned chess master. Submarine Shadow. Proceed to Extraction Point Bravo. Maintain silent running. Destroyer Hammer. Flank the northern perimeter. Keep sensors active, but no engagement unless absolutely necessary. The minutes dragged like hours. Every sonar ping, every distant light, every ripple in the water was scrutinized. The Israeli operatives were already inside Iranian territory, moving toward their objectives. Kate's hands hovered over the command console, issuing orders with a calm intensity that belied the tension in the air. From the bridge, she watched as the first signs of Iranian patrol boats appeared on the radar. "Stay silent," she instructed the tactical officer. "Let them pass. Detection now equals failure." The patrol boats glided past, unaware of the shadow fleet surrounding them. Kate exhaled slowly, one hurdle down. But the mission was far from over. Chapter 4, First Contact. At 0200 hours, the first real threat emerged. A patrol vessel veered dangerously close to the extraction point. The tactical officer looked to Kate for orders. Engage, he asked. No, Kate said firmly. We don't engage. We observe, we protect, but we do not provoke. Not yet. The seconds stretched unbearably. Sailors on deck held their breath, fingers tight on controls, eyes glued to screens. The patrol boat passed within mere hundreds of meters. Not a shot fired, not a single alarm raised. The delicate dance continued. Then came the satellite feed. The operatives had successfully neutralized the first missile installation. Kate allowed herself a brief nod. One objective completed, but two more remained, and the extraction had yet to begin. Cyber warfare. Iran's response wasn't purely physical. Almost immediately, hacking attempts disrupted the fleet sensors and communication channels. The cyber defense team leapt into action, tracing attacks, rerouting satellites, and encrypting communications in real time. They're trying to scramble our satellite feed, Lieutenant Daniels reported. Rerouting through secure channels now. They won't see us coming. Kate smirked. Good. Let them play catch-up. Our job is the real world, not their fantasy. For hours, the ship balanced on a knife's edge. Every ping, every electronic flicker could be a potential threat. But the crew, guided by Kate's unwavering leadership, maintained focus. Extraction mission. As dawn approached, the Israeli operatives made their way to the extraction point. The fleet's submarines and destroyers formed a protective barrier around them, invisible to enemy sensors. Drones hovered overhead, relaying real-time images. Kate coordinated with the tactical team, adjusting positions, providing cover, and monitoring every potential threat. The operatives moved with precision, but one misstep could ignite conflict. Seconds felt like lifetimes as the team boarded the extraction sub. Kate's fingers hovered over the console. Hold steady, she murmured. Not a single mistake now. And then finally, the operatives were aboard. Safe. Extraction complete. Climactic threat. But relief was brief. Iranian forces detected anomalies, launching a rapid response. Kate's team scrambled, deploying electronic countermeasures, moving submarines into defensive positions, and readying the destroyers for immediate action. Missiles arced silently through the night sky, only to be intercepted by defensive systems. The fleet held its ground, invisible yet formidable, a silent shield over the operatives. Every decision, every order, had been a gamble, and every gamble paid off. The tense moments stretched into minutes, then hours. Finally, Iran's response receded, and the threat dissipated. Kate allowed herself a rare moment of satisfaction. Aftermath and reflection. By midday, the operation was complete. No shots fired, no casualties, and the mission objectives achieved. Kate stood on the bridge, watching the sun rise over the Gulf. The water sparkled like molten gold, a stark contrast to the tension of the past night. Good work, she said to her officers. We've played our hand without tipping the balance. That's how the Navy operates, not just with power, but with restraint and precision. The crew exhaled collectively, relief washing over the Lincoln like a warm tide. Kate, ever vigilant, allowed herself a quiet reflection. Leadership wasn't about glory. It was about responsibility, strategy, and knowing when to act and when to hold. In the delicate dance of geopolitics, victories often came silently. Today was one of those victories. And for the sailors of the Abraham Lincoln, Lady Admiral Harrington had once again proven why she was the shadow guiding the fleet through dangerous waters. But even as she watched the calm horizon, Kate knew the Gulf never truly rested. New threats would emerge and she would be ready. Always ready.